What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we need to talk about XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically in today's episode, we need to talk about the consolidation that's pretty much been taking over most of the major cryptocurrencies, as well as the stock market here. Now, we do know the stock market has been closed since Friday at about 4 or 4:30 p.m., but prior to that, we did see quite a bit of movement here. You can see on the S&P 500 that we have managed to fall and correct all the way back down to a point that we have been talking about hitting for quite some time now here. We also discussed that if we were to fall back to moving averages on the daily, there's a good chance it's going to pull the rest of the crypto market with it. And you can see while it did that, it pulled Bitcoin from $24,800, maybe even $25,000, all the way down to a low of $23,000. It pulled Ethereum from its high of like $1,700 all the way down to a low of $1,550. And XRP even broke, which I believe is a little independent of Ethereum and Bitcoin and the S&P 500, but we've been inside a bull flag here, but we broke bearish outside our 4-hour. You can see symmetrical triangle here. Beautiful consolidation, beautiful flag pull. Here's the flag itself, broke bearish, fell to the downside, retested a support that we've also talked about consistently on the channel here. And the fact that we fell down to support, which is right here, and you can go to all my videos in the past here. That's what we were expecting. Now we're looking at, are we going to be heading lower? Are we going to bottom off? Or are we now going to see the possibilities of reversals? XRP reversing, we can see Ethereum reversing, we could see Bitcoin reversing, the S&P could do the same thing. Are we going to head lower this week or not? Regardless, I do think we're very near the bottom, very close to the bottom, and there's a good chance very soon that after a few days, we could hit that bottom and reverse up, or just immediately start doing that. So very excited, lots of things we have to talk about. But with that all being said, I want to give a huge shout out to today's video yet again, Citus Heroes, for sponsoring today's episode. For those that don't know, Citus Heroes is a new MMORPG AAA GameFi game that is taking place in the metaverse here. But in recent news, they've just created their new game called Zenna, which is really cool, within the same like metaverse of Citus Heroes here. And it's a game that involves cryptocurrency, NFTs, so on and so forth. It's really what people should have been doing a long time ago within games, giving you true ownership within games of skins, characters, weapons, so on and so forth here. So more information about Zenna and Citus Heroes will be later on in today's video. With that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. Also guys, super quick before I dive into the technical analysis, for those that have been following my second channel here and just wanted to update you guys, I did drop a video yesterday on my second channel in regards to finding a car that I would like to rebuild on my second channel, which is crazy that we're even taking this turn here, but video dropped yesterday. Make sure to check it out. It's a really cool video. Spent a lot of time, different than what you're thinking. I'm actually getting off my desk and looking at cars, which is really cool. So make sure to check this video out. It's a really good one. I'd love to hear your opinion. If you know what car or think you know what car that I'm going to be rebuilding on the channel, make sure to go on this video and drop your comment on here. It'll be super fun. Now moving forward and diving into the technical analysis, without further ado, top 10 cryptocurrencies we can see here. Markets are up 0.57% after correcting quite a long time now, and you can see we're still above $1 trillion in global crypto market cap. Now what's interesting is we've been continuously consolidating to the downside here, but as we have hit the weekend, as you know, we're starting to see a little bit of consolidation at the bottom here over the past couple of days within these cryptos. Expected, anticipated. It's not something I would worry about or stress about in any sense here. And the same thing goes with the XRP price. Now we did fall a little bit here, and it was almost intertwined within the S&P 500 falling here, but I'd like to still categorize XRP a little bit differently. Like, I wouldn't use outside influence at this moment to kind of gauge where we're going to be buying long, selling short, leverage trading XRP and stuff like that. It just doesn't make sense to go that far yet. Now moving forward here, we can see what appeared on the 4-hour charts here. We did have a beautiful pump. This was the flagpole. We were tracking a beautiful symmetrical triangle, creating higher lows, lower highs. We figured we maybe could go all the way up to the 27th before we see a breakout, but I also said there was a big chance we could break much earlier than that. And as you can see, we had a beautiful uptrend here and a beautiful downtrend here. And we discussed in depth that if we were to confirm closure on the 4-hour above or confirm closure below any of the supports or resistances, that's when we would buy long or sell short. So you can see clear as day, we confirmed closure right here at about 38 cents. And then that could have opened up a short opportunity short term to short this to the downside. And we fell, buying opportunity at 38 cents. We fell all the way down to 36 cents here. But when you leverage trade this is a big profit margin to capitalize on. Now, reason being we've bottomed off is because we're nearing oversold on the 4-hour charts here. But that opens up something much bigger. Looking at the the daily charts here, you can see we are floating in a much bigger bull flag formation here. You can see bull flag formation. Crypto, what exactly that would look like here. If I pull it up, you can see it's exactly like this. And we can reference this again. We have the flag pole uptrend channel and the flag, and then the breakout to the upside. This is exactly what's forming here on XRP that we have been tracking very patiently here, waiting for some sort of pop. You can see we are kind of floating at about, what is this, 44 on the RSI. Not much more movement here. But I'm thinking that instead of us breaking much lower all the way down to here, we'll probably use the support that we've already kind of established at 36 cents and maybe reverse off of that or reverse from where we are now. Regardless, very simply put, not on the 4-hour aggressive trade, but as a conservative daily trader here, even though we have trades open on the weekly charts, since we've bought in at 38 cents, very simply put, this is the resistance. If we confirm closure above on the daily, this resistance, that's when we can buy long with expectations that we would see the continuation pattern of the uptrend in the bull flag formation here. Very exciting. With that all being said, I do want to talk a little bit more about Sidus Heroes and Zenna with you. I want to give a huge shout out to Sidus for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, Sidus Heroes is a blockchain MMORPG game and the first DeFi game to introduce AAA and WebGL into the play-to-earn P2E NFT ecosystem. Now, AAA refers to games that are produced with extremely high budgets, and WebGL offers players incredible visual performances without using plugins in a web browser. Now, with Sidus Heroes, you don't need any special software to start playing, and you can even enter the game directly from its website anywhere in the world. But enough talk about Sidus Heroes. What I want to tell you about is their new game called Zenna. For those who aren't familiar yet with Zenna, it's the first ever mobile strategy game featuring battle royale mechanics. It was developed by Cyber Games and published by Sidus Gates to scale up the Sidus metaverse. And the best part is Zenna is a completely free-to-play game. Zenna is one of the planets of the Sidus metaverse, abandoned by its inhabitants after the meteorite containing deadly bacteria collided with the planet. It is now that bacteria that draws treasure hunters and explorers. The bacterium had an unforeseen side effect that made the natural resources of Zenna, oil in particular, extremely valuable assets due to bacterium-based changes in the resource's chemical structure. Now, these resources are now hunted by the inhabitants of Zenna and other planets. The Xenians themselves were forced to leave their home and extract resources using robots controlled from orbital stations. Only female Xenians managed to survive, becoming a kind of galactic race of Amazons. As you can see, the lobby is the main interface of the game where you can see your robot, and the menu on the left side shows all the updates and where new robots will be added. In the future, those who transport their other characters will appear on this menu as well. Now, what's cool is in the upper left part of the screen, you can see where the daily trophy progress is displayed for the weekly bonus. Zenna also has different battle styles, and you can partake in such as their battle royale and also multiple tower games. Overall, Sidus utilizes a double token economy, allowing different categories of users to keep their interests separate. The Sidus and Senate tokens are the native tokens of the games and are listed on Bitfinex, Gate, AscendDX, Bybit, Uniswap, DexTools, and Sidus was even just listed on KuCoin, and it saw an immediate price surge upwards, which is really cool. Now, keep in mind the Sidus token is their universal utility token for all internal game processes, such as the labor market, salaries between specialists in a game, and transactions and many other things. Their Senate token is their governance political token, and it's used for political fractions, elections to become a senator or president of the game, real estate, DAO voting, and a few other things. So guys, with all that being said, Sidus Heroes NFT is offering an airdrop where you can join down below. It's completely free and gives you the chance to earn your own hero. Otherwise, shout out to Sidus Heroes and Zenna for sponsoring today's episode, and let's get back into the technical analysis. So guys, jumping back into the technical analysis, wrapping up today's video with Ethereum, Bitcoin, and the S&P 500, we discussed how later or early on in today's video that we fell, you can see consistently down to bottom support, moving average right here on the daily. We've also talked about this for many days now, because you can see we have created what appears to be a higher low pattern, as if we may have found a bottom in the stock market here, 3,500. We've called this. I know some of those that are watching remember that we did call 3,500 to be potentially the bottom. Now, we were looking for possible, double bottom formations to then reverse up. That's not the case here. We actually managed to just kind of bottom off and start the higher low pattern, but this is totally fine as well. It's a little worrisome because the higher low pattern started kind of in the middle here. We're already at nearing the top, nearing overbought, but it's very possible we could just continue movements like this. It could take us a while, but each time we could move up, it would be at a higher low than the previous one. And this could easily, you can see by, this is May of 2024, we'd be retesting levels that we haven't seen since July of 2021. So many, many, many months here. We are looking still very good though, trading at now, what is this? 40 on the RSI. It gives us plenty of room to rebound and head up, which is very exciting to me. And I think it's going to happen very soon here. But we just need to see confirmation-wise, short term, is this the confirmed bottom? And if it's not, then I don't think we're going to be going much lower. So it's either we're going to reverse off this immediately like that, or we're going to retest bottom and then reverse off. But I think reversal is coming. So if the bottom wasn't already in, we're very close to that. And that's the same thing that can be said with Bitcoin and Ethereum. As much as I want us to fall down to moving average, it might not happen. It really might not happen. So it all depends on how the S&P plays. If the S&P bottoms off at 3,900, well, then I could expect to see Bitcoin maybe retest the low right here of 21. That's where I expect to see markets move to. Same thing with Ethereum down to 1,500, and then we're immediately reversing up. So expect this, pay attention to this. This is my call moving forward within these cryptos. Same thing with the S&P, something like that. This is what I expect to see happening over the next couple of days. So that's pretty much the update for today's video. Once again, huge shout out to Citus Heroes and Zenna for sponsoring today's episode. Make sure to check out my second channel and the new video I dropped. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.